This program is proudly brought to you by the Peel Hotel, corner of Peel and Wellington Street, Collingwood.
I don't need no big band or big stage or champagne on ice, beer's just fine. I don't want no big house or a different screw every single night. I don't want no boyfriend on my left or a girlfriend on my right. And I won't swim in self-indulgence, I'll be honest to my crowd. Let them know what I'm all about. And then I'll tell my fans I love them and they can do it too. And I walk backstage and mean it just like I always do. Just like I always do. And I don't have your luscious lips and certainly not your 5'6" hips. I can't pull off what you do because I mean well. You told me that you love me in a room full of others. Well, babe, you better watch out, 'cause forward you are coming.
Well, a very good evening to you all on this fabulous Monday night. Another episode of Squeal on Channel 31 for Bent TV, your community station. Anyway, tonight will be, after tonight's show, Squeal will be taking a little bit of a break. Yes, everyone behind the scenes and on front of the camera going to have a bit of break, working a few other things, so stay with us and enjoy this episode of Squeal, and we'll talk about that a little bit more later. But to join me on tonight, we have down the end here Monique and Matthew.
Yay!
And then we have Vic and Lena.
Yay.
Welcome all.
Nice.
How is everyone?
Good.
Oh, good, yeah. Good, not
Yes.
bad.
Good, not bad. Well, the last coming week in the news, we've had things like the Commonwealth Games. Anyone watch the opening ceremony?
No.
I tend to watch the diving.
Well, we've already done well with the diving. We've got a few medals there, and we're not doing too bad. We've got a gold, and bronze straight away.
And we got a bronze in synchronised swimming. I couldn't sleep last night, so... followed by the bowling.
So yeah, so wait till the swimming starts. Once that's all up and running, then we should be miles ahead with our medals.
I'm actually more interested in the Masters Games in October. Apparently they're going to be bigger than the Commonwealth Games, and there's going to be a huge opening ceremony at, I think, Colonial Stadium.
Yeah.
But, and it's for people over 30. So...
Well, there are so many games these
I was going to
days.
say.
I don't know what's
It's
going
sort of
on.
like you get your Olympics and then the Commonwealth and all that. I mean, is the Commonwealth just going out there? Are people paying as much attention to the Commonwealth as what they do the Olympics?
I think we're doing a lot of people are staying up and watching it. They really are. I think particularly because we do so well at them. So everybody's going to be watching Grant Hackett and
absolutely.
and they'll be popular. And with the Masters, well, I don't know if there are any famous names associated with the Masters in terms of Australian participants, but certainly Commonwealth, I think there are just as many. And with the Gay Games coming up, it's going to be huge.
Sure. Absolutely.
And I think we'll get a lot of coverage in the mainstream media. It'll be really big, I think. Yeah.
Well, you know what surprised me with that actually? I did not know until I think it was like last week, the week before, that to actually be in the Gay Games, you don't have to be gay.
What?
I didn't know that.
Really?
And don't quote me on that. I've been told, or I read somewhere that, no, I'm sure I heard it on a radio ad, that you do not have to be gay to be in the Gay Games.
Nice.
And I thought,
I understand
okay.
that, because why? Because anybody then would. Why is it Gay Games?
I don't know. I mean, I suppose the majority of them would be gay anyway.
Yeah.
But
Right, so there's no strict rule.
No.
So.
See, but we're not discriminating. See, that's the thing. The games not discriminating.
I don't think a lot of straight people would probably want to go, would they?
No, I suppose a lot of them probably too. Everyone would think they would go. And other news this week was Meg Lee's quits. I'm not good with names. Matthew could tell you that.
Yes.
I get his wrong all the time, and I know his name. Anyway, she leaves the Democrats. I don't know about you guys, but I'm not really a politics sort of person, so I'm not really worried about it.
Well, it's a problem, and I suppose if we need to talk about in terms of the gay and lesbian community, it's a problem because the Howard government's going to have more power, basically. Meg Lee's going to be an independent, and there are a couple of other Democrats that are going to probably follow suit and become independent as well. Basically, the Democrats are going to lose power, the Senate. So the Liberal government are going to find it much easier to push legislation.
But she let a lot of her constituency down by, signing off on GST during that time. So I think a lot of people are quite disappointed in her on that level anyway.
Yeah, and she'll probably vote for other things that the Liberal Party want to push through as well. So it's going to be a lot harder for Labor and say the Greens or anyone else to oppose things like welfare changes. That's another contentious issue. So, while we thought that the Democrats and Labor and everyone else were going to oppose the huge welfare changes, who knows what's going to happen now? It's going to be a lot harder. So, it's going to be really difficult.
And now, while we're on some serious notes, last week on the show we were talking about doctors with infectious diseases. Now, apparently some people may have got offended by that. So to begin with, if anyone did, very apologetic about that. Everything that's said is by the people on the show's view only, not by Bent TV or anyone else. But if you were offended, I would like to apologise on behalf of everyone. But Vic is someone that sort of deals with the issues a bit more. You might have something to say for us?
I actually watched last week and it wasn't that bad. No one said anything really offensive, but it was, I think it just needs a bit of clarification. Firstly, and the point was made last week that all health professionals, whether doctors, stenographers, dentists, nurses, follow universal procedures. There are universal practices in terms of infectious diseases, whether it be HIV, the hepatitis, viruses and others. So, no one really has to sort of start worrying about, their GP or their doctor having something. So while people are professionals, they're following universal practices and there's nothing to worry about. And whether they're HIV positive or hepatitis C positive, no one has a right to ask, and they are not obliged to tell their patients. Providing they're doing the right thing and providing they're following those universal practices, they don't need to tell their patients. And as a patient, you don't have to worry, really. If you trust your doctor to do the right thing, you don't have to worry. And a lot of that stuff, a lot of those things are very hard to catch anyway. Unless you're having sex, unsafe sex with your GP, you've got nothing to worry about. So, some people might, I don't know. But it really is, it's one of those things. And it's all about rights of positive people as well. I mean, a positive person is not obliged to tell people they're HIV positive. It has nothing to do with anyone else. It's a person's own decision. And I think they were talking about surgeons or something like that, where if a surgeon's actually practicing invasive surgery, well, they're not going to probably do it if they are HIV positive or Hep C positive. They'll probably make sure they don't do anything that could pose a risk. And that's the only case, only if they're doing invasive surgery. Apart from that, all health professionals are good at what they do. They follow universal practices, and there's nothing to worry about, And the chance of catching anything is so minuscule, it's nothing. So, all right, that's the main thing. Yeah.
So anyway, has anyone been watching Celebrity Big Brother?
No. It sucks.
It's boring. It's boring.
In our opinion. One thing that I must say though is I haven't actually been watching, but I've been flicking through it. I'm disappointed that Vanessa isn't always as Vanessa. I thought she was.
Isn't she always Vanessa?
No, you see her as a man, which I mean, it's probably a good side to show the drag queen as who they are, because they're not always a drag queen. But I just think Vanessa's such a big laugh and so much fun. I was actually really hoping to see a lot more of her and really stir it up.
Does she use a male name as well?
Yeah.
What's her male name?
Tobin.
Yeah.
Tobin
But I want to debate actually whether they are celebrities or not.
Yes.
I don't think they are.
No.
No.
Who's
that girl with the red
Who
hair?
are they?
And that guy is
Wasn't
supposed
she
to
on
be a
Home Alone?
DJ.
yeah.
Never heard of him.
I wouldn't call Sarah Marie a celebrity.
I would.
All the other... Oh, that's sweet. That's sweet.
Hey, but,
That's because you're a gay man.
but another gay favourite is about to get a facelift.
Oh.
Chapel Street. Chapel Street is getting a facelift.
Oh.
$300,000 going to be spent on it, and it's going to go from Dandenong Road in Windsor to Toorak Road in South Yarra.
$100,000 and going to
No,
get
well, it's actually it's
But what
going to
about
be
the-
wider footpaths, more lighting, and a few artistic things around.
Ah.
But yeah,
like
but,
buskers.
probably. But anyone else got any sort of news things they want to talk about?
I heard of something very interesting. In the United States, there's a class suit going on to sue McDonald's, and it's a whole bunch of fat people doing it. And they're saying that McDonald's got them fat.
Wow, fantastic.
So, yeah.
Jeez,
I don't know how successful they'll be with that, but
well,
quite
smokers
interesting.
are one with the smoking case
The
in the
thing
States.
is that
so-
they were hiding information saying that, you know, these are dangerous chemicals that can harm you, whereas McDonald's, they don't actually advertise themselves as being a health food clinic at all, do they?
It's,
That's
they
funny.
don't caution the fat amount either.
They do actually have brochures in all the shops
Oh, right.
saying what is in their food, so it'll be very
And
interesting.
So they haven't thought of if they stop going to McDonald's, might lose weight?
Well, you know, there's always that. Who knows? But yeah.
Wow. Well, it's almost time for us to go now. But we're going to give you a few shots of some photos from previous times of Ben TV and Squeal. So enjoy that, and we'll see you again in a moment.
A little thinner, a little prettier, a little smarter, a little more brave. A little less scared of the dark, a little less like me. Oh, that was yesterday, not today. Oh, hey, da-da-da. A little thinner, a little prettier, a little smarter, a little more brave. A little less scared of the dark, a little less like me. Oh, that was yesterday, not today. Oh, hey, da-da-da, da-da-da, dee-dee-dee-dee, yeah. Cause I am in
What memorable moments.
Yes.
Anyway.
Notice everybody's got a bottle of alcohol in their hand.
What are you implying, Vic?
Bit of drinking there.
Aerosmith party and G-Boy crew parties and bring back the G-Boys. Okay, no. Anyway, today instead of having a guest, we're actually going to talk about other little shows that you can expect to see on Ben TV. Not little shows, of course they're not little. Big shows, big
They
fabulous
are
shows. Now, let's start off with Out and About, which Monique, you're involved in. So
I
tell
am.
us, Out and About, what is it about?
Out and About is going to start screening in about October, and it's a few of us that go out to community groups in within the community, and we go and see what they do, and we talk to them, and we find out all the little itsy bitsy things that nobody really knows about. And we've had some really interesting shoots so far. We've gone to visit the gay nudists. dykes and bikes.
Were they naked when you...
They were. I didn't actually go to that one, but Peter did, and he bared all apparently.
Oh, wait and see.
Watch it.
Yes.
Just to see people like Grady naked.
Taking it off. We've been to the Young Bucks, which is a group for young homosexual guys. I didn't go to that one either. The Gay and Lesbian Chorus. We've had a visit to the gay sauna. We've got some little pics here. Here's me with the dykes and bikes.
And I must say, Monique, you're looking way too comfortable in that photo.
Yeah, they were all fighting over whose bike I'd go on. And this is Peter. We went to a bondage and discipline place, which was really exciting, and you get to see some really interesting bits of footage there. But yeah, we get to meet lots of interesting groups and see what they get up to.
Oh, okay. Now, so this is sort of like Robert's putting this together, Robert Mile and Peter and yourself?
Yeah, and we've got Lou helping us on camera, and we try and get as many people as we can, but it's pretty much a small group because we don't want to be too intrusive when we go into groups, and we just sort of try and fit in and see what they get up to.
Oh, excellent.
Yes.
Well, look out for that one. It should be exciting. And speaking of exciting, Vic, you want to talk about profiles?
Yeah, Profiles been a program that's been going on for a while. I suppose it's similar to Out and About, where we talk to community groups, known people in the community, and it's basically done in the studio. We find out a lot about the various people in the community, so and various issues too. There's always a hot topic and issues concerning gays and lesbians. So we interview people about those. So there's been various issues lately that have been on programs. For instance, there's been one about lesbians from different cultural backgrounds and the impact that cultural background has on their sexuality. Graham Stevens interviewed various people like Tom Fairley and John Day from PLWHA and spoken about a whole bunch of stuff. So it's an interview-based program. It's quite interesting. So it's something to continue looking forward to. We've got plenty of more programs happening. So yeah.
Excellent. And one of the other programs that Bent TV also produce is TDR, otherwise known as the Dressing Room.
I thought TDR, when I first heard of it, thought it was that cassette tape, but anyway. It's on Thursday nights and it's on at 10:30, and it's a sports program. So they interview and talk about anything related to sport, and it's anyone that's involved in sport really. And they're actually covering the gay games this year as well. So keep an eye out for that. And it's a good time slot, 10:30 at night, Thursday night, just before you go to bed.
So they might not, so like mainstream TV, I don't know how much they're going to cover of the gay games. So if
Probably
they're
very
not,
little.
if it's going to be very little, then it's obviously, people out there really want to keep their eye on Ben TV later in the year and catch a lot of the gay games on TV.
Oh, it is actually being covered, I think.
SBS
on
will be doing
SBS.
some of the good old SBS. You've got to love the SBS.
Yeah.
Hey, but that's not all you can expect from Ben TV. There's many of other shows in the pipeline to come out. There's other shows that have been around for a bit, so stay tuned, watch them all. Anyway, other little things have gone on in the world. Is a teacher in America. Now he was also one of the contestants on the Temptation Island over there. Now he's going to court because he's saying that he's been asked to step down as a teacher because he was featured in a gay porno. Now he's saying that he actually didn't know it was a gay porno. He replied to an ad for he got a call back for an ad he applied for that was for sports models, because he's a big model, being one of the tempters on Temptation Island. You can imagine he's got big buff yummy body and stuff like that. So anyway, he said he went to the party, he was given a pill, and he was told that it was going to be sent to an LA or one of the states sports program for sports models, and he had to be the pool boy. And then he had to wrestle with one of the other people in the house. And then he had to act giving fake oral sex. Or something to do with oral
Obviously
sex.
at that
Didn't
point
know
you'd know that it's not a heterosexual porn, wouldn't you?
you know it's just not a sports thing, like, and then they got footage of him taking off his underwear and stuff like that. It's like, I don't know. So anyway, that's in court at the moment, all of that sort of stuff.
Sounds a bit of a confused boy, I think.
Yeah.
Really?
It's
If
like,
you didn't know.
I mean, applying to an ad, like, probably be one of those little seedy ads, and then getting to a party and getting the pill, it's sort of like...
But can I sort of bring it back though to the school that were they like this Catholic school or something like? Is that? I mean, would they? I mean, the question is, were they allowed to do that? Should they have done that?
Yeah,
Sacked him just because he was in a porno. I mean, what does that
I
have
think
to
it
do
was
with his
like
teaching?
one of the small little American country towns that you could expect
But
them to do that.
Americans
He was
in
the
general
gym
are
teacher. And,
very conservative, and yeah.
yeah,
who
that's
knows?
right. And then there was the gay footballers website. I think it was like AFL for men or something that had Matthew Primus on there.
Yes, and they're not happy about that.
They're not happy about it. 'cause
Why
they're all-
aren't they happy about
Well,
it?
it's actually a picture of footballers,
Yeah.
but not their real bodies naked, imposed and naked and
Yeah,
so on.
well, that's fair
And it's
enough.
on a
They're not
website.
happy about it.
website.
It's kind of like, you know, a few
publicised as
months
a gay
ago when
website.
they had the schoolboys on that
it's
website.
all like that. And then
It's-
there's all this uproar. What can they do about it? Because it's not even an Australian-based website, apparently. Stuff like that. So there's all this uproar going on. But speaking of going on, what else is going on, Matt?
I wanted to mention the UB12, which is Melbourne's answer to Mardi Gras. That's going to be on Saturday the 5th of October at Melbourne's premier venue club QBH. And it's going to have special appearances by Christine Arnoux, the original Lay Girls, Carlotta, Monique Street, St John Street,
That's not me.
Simone Troy, and Claire DeLune, Sexposure, King Victoria, and there's also a recovery at the market, and when you buy a ticket that covers all costs for
Are you
everything.
going to go?
Yes, because one of my friends, Guy Davenport, he's going to be dancing with Christine Arnoux.
Excellent.
Great.
And you want to mention something about Midsummer?
Yeah, well this year the structure of Midsummer Board has actually changed. I'm actually on the board and the Vice President and the Programming Director, and we're now starting to look for any programming, any shows, visual arts, performing arts, anything that you want to do. So registrations are going to open soon, so contact the Midsummer office. But there's a special program on at the Black Box at the Victorian Arts Centre, and it's going to be called Foreplay Sucks Hard Candy. And and Rose Elizabeth is the Performing Arts Director this year, so that's great. And all the shows need to be 20 minutes. So if you've got an idea for a 20-minute show, it doesn't necessarily have to be a drama, but it could be musical, dance, you know, whatever, puppetry, whatever you're into really. So pick up an application from the Midsummer office, but you do have to mention the word candy in the show, or eat candy, I don't know, it's up to you. So contact the Midsummer office and get an application form.
And
Can I just ask,
Yeah.
I've been reading stuff about the carnival. What's the carnival?
God.
What's
Okay.
happening?
Well, the issue with the carnival is that it costs Midsummer over $100,000 to put that carnival on. Now, everyone walks in for free, and it's a great place to congregate and meet friends and have a picnic and get some entertainment and have the dog show and go and see, you know, go to the
So
stalls.
what's changed?
Well,
What's going to
there's
change?
actually not a lot of change in terms of where there's going to be sort of really. Actually, I won't mention too much about it because it'll be a surprise. But the
Isn't
issue
it
is
a $2 charge? now?
it's not $2 charge. You walk in and you buy
There's
a
always those
dot.
people with those buckets, though, hassling you.
No, they won't be hassling you. You can buy a dot and it's going to be great because you can buy different sort of dots and they mean different things.
all right, now Vic, very quickly to get your.
Just very quickly at Victorian AIDS Council Gay Men's Health Centre, we have a new group that's going to start in a few weeks, and it's for HIV negative gay men who are in relationships with HIV positive gay men. And this is something that we haven't really done before. It's going to be a mix of education and therapy, and there's a lot of issues that negative gay guys find themselves when they when they enter a relationship with a positive guy. And there's a lot of stuff for positive guys, but not for the negative guys. So if you want more information, or you actually want to join the workshop, and it goes for 8 weeks, please give me a call at Victorian AIDS Council Gay Men's Health Centre on 9865 6700, and it's all about the negative guys.
Cool.
So,
Sorry to
yeah.
cut you short there. We've got,
No worries.
the producer coming on to give a bit of a statement for us. Amy.
Yes.
This is our last show, and I'm sure everyone's seen and heard about
For a
this.
little while.
I just wanted to make a little statement saying I just had some thanks very quickly, that there has been heaps of people who've worked on this show for the last 5 years. The original cast and crew, including Lindsay. Unfortunately, I don't know all that cast and crew. Steve Anderson, the technical crew who work behind the scenes, all the supporters, our sponsors, DTs, our media partners, MCV, B News, Lesbiana and Joy, the members and volunteers who make this. I also just wanted to clear up that that Squeal is not ending. I wanted to make it clear that there is no animosity between any of us here in the board of Bent TV, and we're all going to continue our involvement with Bent TV. And as you've heard with all the other programs, this is not a bad thing. We love Squeal, and there's nothing to say that it won't be back. So for now, it's time to rest. It's not dead, we're resting. The show, the format, the volunteers, the producer, we all need a break. So until next time, see you later.
We're out. I don't want no boyfriend on my left or a girlfriend on my right. And I won't swim in self-indulgence, I'll be honest to my crowd. Let them know what I'm all about. And then I'll tell my friends I love them and they can do it too. And I walk backstage and mean it just like I always do. Just like you always do. And I don't have your luscious lips and certainly not your 5'6" hips. I can't pull off what you do because I mean well. And you told me that you love me in a room full of others. Well, babe, you better watch out, 'cause forward you